Well, hello, welcome to my LinkedIn Live, and I'm here to provide a little bit of support because, we're leading up to Christmas and there is so much organizational change happening, and so many people are going through this transition process because of a layoff or a redundancy. And one of the hardest things is to experience a redundancy in the lead up to Christmas. Christmas is emotional enough, wouldn't you say? And then to have to be looking for another job or going through this career transition process, it just adds additional stress. So thank you for joining me today. Hello, and I hope that what I have to say today will actually help you a little bit. And if you've got any questions or comments, please pop them into the chat and or in the comments section, and I'll respond as soon as I can. Of course, obviously, I'm going to be talking away, but what I will do is add some comments as soon as I've finished. Okay, so who am I? I'm Jane Jackson. I'm a career management coach. I specialize in career transition coaching. So basically, what I do is I work with senior executives through the emotional roller coaster of redundancy or career change, because I know how tough it is to go through the job search process when you're feeling a little bit stressed, maybe daunted, confused, and a bit afraid about what's going to happen in the future. Now, this time of year, November, December, leading up to Christmas and New Year, and then the silly season, right through till about the 26th of January, Australia Day in Australia, is a pretty quiet time when it comes to hiring and job search. So the important thing is to really, if you've gone through a redundancy and you're in between roles right now, is to get your ducks in a row, get prepared, and do what will help you so that when things start to pick up, you can hit the ground running. Would you agree? Yep. Okay. So what I do is I'm just a warm and fuzzy coach. Okay. There's nothing magic about what I do. What I am is very, very supportive, and I genuinely care. And I'm on a mission to make careers guidance accessible and affordable to everybody who needs it. And so I'm here to help, and I'm quite nice. I'm non-threatening, but what I do like to get are results for everybody that I work with. Okay, so I'm very nice, I'm supportive, I can help you through any emotional turmoil, I can help you to reinvent your career, to build your confidence. However, I would like you to be successful, and to be successful, you will land the next role, or you will reinvent your career, and you might even decide to go into self-employment, entrepreneurship, or land that new job. Okay, so that's what it's all about. So what do you do when you're feeling, oh my goodness, like there's been this redundancy, or I need to get a job, and Christmas is looming, and I'm going to have to buy Christmas presents for my family, and what is everyone going to think? And why was the redundancy? Why did it happen to me? And was it because of something I could have done? All these questions go through your mind, and then you start to blame yourself. And I don't want you to do that. Okay, there's no need to blame yourself, because if you have gone through a redundancy, it is a business decision, and redundancy is part and parcel of corporate life. And wherever you're working, even if you're in employment now, there's no guarantee it's going to be permanent. Even if you've got a permanent full-time role, nothing is permanent. The only thing that's permanent is who you are, what you bring to the table, and the solutions that you provide. Okay, so if you start, instead of thinking, I hope an organization will pick me, they'll pick yourself as the expert in your field. Build your brand and market yourself with confidence. Okay, but first of all, when you're going through transition, it really is an emotional roller coaster. So you need to take steps to manage stress, and there's a logical process you can go through in order to get back on your feet. Okay, and I actually document it in my book, Navigating Career Crossroads, and I wrote this many years ago. I wrote this back in 2015, and I rewrote and updated it in 2020 when COVID just hit. So it reached #1 in Amazon a couple of times when I first published it. But with the second edition, boom, it went straight up to the top in careers and job search and resume writing in 2020. I think because of that time during COVID when a lot of people were being furloughed or stood down and were looking for another role as well. But I wrote it. It took me a year to write this book because I wanted to write a really quality text and career guide that would help people to get through the emotional roller coaster of career change, basically. And what's in it are lots and lots of exercises and templates and scripts that you can use for your verbal pitch, etc. That's helpful. So what I did in this book is talk about my 7 steps careers process, CAREERS. I know you all know how to spell careers, but I use this acronym for my careers process. So what you need to do in order to get yourself back on track, okay? And before I tell you, let me just get rid of this banner because you don't need it, okay, for now. And I'll give you another banner when I want to direct you somewhere where there will be some really good resources for you. And actually, why don't I just type in the chat while I'm doing this now? JaneJacksonCoach.com, just typing, okay, add banner, and I'll pop that in here. That's my main website where you can actually find a lot of good free stuff if you want to download my free stuff, okay? So while I'm talking, I'm going through the careers process. So what you need to do is, first of all, C in careers, confidently manage change. The A, the next letter, is assess what makes you tick. Then R is resumes and your marketing communication. That makes sense, doesn't it? This is the process. This is the order in which you need to do things. The next one is E, is express your personal brand. So you really have to build your brand to attract opportunities. How you do that is what I guide you through. Then E, the next E for careers, there are 2 E's there, is explore job search strategies that really work. There are 6 job search strategies basically, but most people tend to go onto job boards and click apply. That's their main one, or else they register with a recruiter. There are so many other job search strategies that you can employ. And then the next letter is R, which is relate your value to impress at interviews. And finally, S, because it's careers, is strategies for career success. And that includes negotiation and then onboarding into your new role. So you can see how the 7 steps careers process that I take people through, it makes a lot of sense. And it's a step-by-step process. It's not rocket science, but if you follow the process and you trust the process, it works. That's basically what I do, okay? And so I've had my website up here, JaneJacksonCoach.com, which is pretty helpful. But you know, there's something else that I have as well that you might want, and this is my YouTube channel where everything is free. Okay, it's just YouTube. So I just type that up. It's you can go to youtube.com/@JaneCareerCoach, and I have a lot of great career advice videos there that you can just click and play. I've got many playlists. I've actually got hundreds of videos there that help you. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm always adding additional content there to help you as well. So today, this is, all the different resources that I have for you that will help you. And when you're going through a career transition, you don't want to throw money around. Okay, I could say, just book me and have one-on-one coaching, but you might not want to do that at the moment because funds might be a bit tight during the Christmas period. So if you can do something free, like listen to Your Career Podcast, that's my podcast, that will help. Lots of career advice there, but my YouTube channel has heaps of advice that would be useful. So what do you need to do, first of all, in order to really get back on your feet and consider who you are, what you can do, and how you can start to market yourself most effectively? And I really want to get foundational here, okay? Because before you start to click apply and use your rapidly updated resume to look for another job because you're feeling in panic mode, if you're in between roles and you need to get another job, before you do all of that, please take a breather, okay? Because it's important to take a step back, practice self-care, because you're feeling stressed. When you're feeling stressed, you don't think straight, do you? And when you don't think straight, you're not able to market yourself confidently. And you might be saying all the words, but inside you're more like a duck on the water, paddling away like a crazy person, and on the outside pretending to be calm. But what I want you to do is to approach the job search process with a feeling of confidence, self-assurance, self-belief, knowing that you are worth it. And so often people have that self-limiting belief, and you think, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm never going to get another job. And what most of my clients say, because I work with mature age career or mid-career professionals, is, am I too old to get another job? And people are asking me this when they're 39 or 40 years old. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, 40 is not too old. 45 is not too old. Although in Australia, would you believe, 45 is considered a mature age worker, right? Now, I'm 64 and I feel in my early 30s. Maybe I don't look in my early 30s, but I certainly feel it. I have energy, I'm curious, I'm always learning, and I know that I provide solutions. So the age thing does not matter. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm too old to land another role, or no one's going to even look at me because I'm too old, well, stop that thinking right away. Okay, I don't want you to think like that, because yes, aging is inevitable, but growing old in your mindset, that's your choice. And I plan on coaching and helping people right through into my dotage. There's no reason for me to stop unless I lose my marbles. Yes, and I hope that I don't lose my marbles. But just remember, age is not a barrier. Your mindset is the barrier. Would you agree? If you've got comments, just pop them in the comments as well, and I'll have a look a little bit later. All right. But anyway, so that's my YouTube channel. But okay, so let's wind back a little bit. So foundational, what do you need to do when you're feeling a bit wobbly and you've lost a bit of confidence, there's been a redundancy, or you've been looking for a job for a while and it's just not working? Well, let's pull back. First of all, manage your stress levels. Make sure that you exercise, meditate, have good nutrition, talk to a friend, talk to a counselor if you need. Do what you need in order to get into the right mindset, okay? I mean, you can always book me if you like, and I'll have a chat with you. But remember, I'm not a psychologist or a therapist. I'm a career coach. Psychologists and therapists help you to find out why you are the way you are. Well, a coach takes your current state and takes you on a journey to your desired state. So if you're feeling confused, daunted, and a bit afraid at this point in time, what I do and what coaches do is take you to your desired state, which I expect is confident, clear, and excited about the next step in your career and your future. Yes? So never mind why you are the way you are or why you feel the way you feel. Let's take who you are now and then move forward so that you can land that next job. Okay, so practice self-care first of all, manage your stress levels so that you can come from a position of strength. Then the next thing to do is to get really clear on what really makes you tick. Who are you? Why are you here? What's most important to you? Okay, and when you think about it, we need to know what your career anchors are. What is it that drives you? Do you have a technical functional anchor, a general managerial anchor, autonomy, entrepreneurial creativity, dedication to a cause or service, which is my anchor, lifestyle, okay, or What else is there? A pure challenge. So there's something, there will be one anchor that pulls you in a certain direction. Have you been fulfilling that anchor in your career so far? If not, that means you veered away from it for some reason and you need to get back on track. Okay. Once you understand what your anchor is, then everything else will start to fall into place. Let's identify what's going on in your life. When I work with my clients, I like to take you through a life inventory. So where are you at right now? Let's take stock. That's what the inventory is all about, is with regard to your finances, your career situation, your relationships, your physical and mental health, as well as your relationships. Have I said that already? Yeah, that's right. That's 5. Okay, so those are the 5 aspects of your life that we need to take stock of and see, what's okay and what's not okay. Then we can identify what you're tolerating in your life. And the tolerations are, they're draining, aren't they? They're really draining. So once you identify what you're tolerating, then you can choose to take action or not take action. Okay, but once you're aware, you probably will want to take action. So practice self-care and then take a life inventory, identify your tolerations. Next thing, before you start to market yourself and update your resume, is identify what your values are. We have so many different values. Which are the ones that drive you? Because once you know what they are, then you'll be able to assess if the next direction you go into and the organizations that you target, if there's some synergy, if you share common values, and if the team environment, you'll need to do your research, of course, really it will be a place where you can live and breathe your values. When your values are in misalignment with the people and the organization that you're working with and the organization that you're in, there'll always be that feeling of unease or something that's not quite right. Values are important. Then what are your skills? What can you do? How good are you at what you do? Yes. So, everyone says, oh, I just do my job, Jane. But no, what you do over and over again, you become an expert in. You probably have a very high competence level, but how much you enjoy doing that is something I don't know. So we need to identify high competence level, high enjoyment level. That's where the sweet spot is, and that's where your passion will be, and it makes it a much easier sell. Yes. Once we've got that, then what about your personal preferences? Do you want to work in the office? Do you want to work remotely? Do you enjoy a long commute? Do you enjoy a short commute? I like no commute. Okay, that's my personal preference. But do you want to have an office overlooking the harbour bridge? Or do you want to work outdoors or work indoors? Do you want to work with many people? Or do you prefer to be in front of a computer screen doing your data analytics? You have preferences. Big team, small team, big company, large, small company, startup environment, public service, private sector. What is it that you prefer? Okay. Do you want to travel with your work? Do you want to not travel with your work? Do you want to have flexible work hours? Do you want career progression? Are you very happy just to have a job that pays the bills? What is it that is your preference? We need to know, because then you'll be able to assess what you target. Yes. And then the next thing that I like to work with you on is, what are your tangible accomplishments? Everyone says, oh, Jane, I just did my job. But no, you have accomplishments. You will have done something that will have streamlined processes, saved money, improved profits, grown something, reduced something, improved something. If there was a result from something that you did at work, then you have accomplishments. If there was no result from anything you ever did at work, then I would wonder if you actually did any work. Okay, but you're professional. I know you will have done a really good job. So once we're armed with all of this information, then we can pull it all out and create strong marketing material, your resume, your cover letters, your about section on LinkedIn. You can build your brand. You can do all sorts of things. There's so much that we can really do together if you like. Now, how do you feel about that? I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of food for thought on what you can do. Now, you can do this on your own. But if you feel that having that guidance would really be of benefit and you'd like to find out more, then here's somewhere where I'd like to guide you to. Okay, this is I have an offer for you. Honestly, if you click this, if you go to that URL, I'm not selling you anything. This is only, Jane, I'd like to find out a bit more information. That's all. So if you go to thecareersacademy.online/November-offer, you'll be taken to a page that will give you some more information. Then you can fill out a form and I'll send you some more information. And don't worry, I'm not spamming you. If you don't want it, you don't have to fill in the form. But it's just, I'm on a mission. Why am I doing this? I'm on a mission to make careers guidance accessible and affordable to the world. Because when I was young, I didn't have the careers guidance that I desperately needed. And the reason why was because my father passed away very young. He was only 49 years old. And, you know, because I'm 64 now, I know, gosh, 49 is a baby, too young to be gone. And I was only 11. And he was my guiding light. And my mum was fabulous, but mum was Chinese and she didn't speak English. And so we all spoke Cantonese at home. But obviously I went to Hong Kong Island School. We were in Hong Kong at the time and everything was in English. So when I was in junior school, Dad helped me a lot. But when he died, there was no help. Mum was lovely, but she couldn't help me with the homework when I needed assistance, or when I got a little bit older, I was choosing my O-level subjects. She couldn't help me with that. So I bumbled along on my own. And luckily, I work really hard. I'm reasonably intelligent, but my work ethic is solid. And I got really good grades and I was able to go to university and get my degree and then come back to Hong Kong and work. I went to university in America, in Minnesota. Then I came back. But I made some career choices that were not really the best ones for me because I didn't know any better. And it took me, honestly, 20 years until I turned 40 to realize the person I was actually born to be. And when I became a coach, that was, whew, this is what I was born to be. This is who I am. And that's why I love doing what I do so much. But so I'm on a mission to make careers guidance accessible and affordable to everyone, because I don't want you to take 10, 15, 20 years to become the person you are supposed to be. If you have clarity now, let's do it. Let's get you there. Okay, that's why I do what I do. So this is why I've created my Career Success Program. And if you would like to find out more, then you can request for more information by going to my November offer. All right, make sense? If you're chomping at the bit and you just want to go straight to the Career Success Program and find out more and join me, then you can go here, thecareersacademy.online. Okay, so there's no pressure. It's just if you want to find out, here's where the information is. But if you just want free stuff, go to my YouTube channel, or you can go to janejacksoncoach.com and you can download all of my free career resources as well, because I've got so much there for you. So I hope that's given you a little bit of guidance and advice, and pop your comments in the comment section. And what I'm going to do is, after this event, I will go back and I will answer all of your questions. All right, because I don't want to be looking down and typing, because the replay will be available immediately after I finish this session, and I'll be there. And send me a DM or request to connect, or you can follow me. If you want to connect with me but you can't because you need my email address, my email address is jane@janejacksoncoach.com. Here we go. I'll pop that in the banner. Okay, so that's my email. If you read my about section, it tells you what my email address is, and also it actually tells you what to say when you want to connect with me, because if you just click connect with no message, I'm not connecting. All right, I want you to give me a good reason for us to connect, and then it would be a pleasure to connect with you. If you read my about section in my profile, then I actually tell you what to say. Okay, I mean, that's kind of fun, isn't it? So hop off over to my profile, read my about section, and you'll know what to mention when you personalize the invitation. If you don't know how to personalize an invitation, on my profile up at the top, you'll see there's a follow button. Don't just click follow. Go to the three dots, click on it, and then you'll see there's a drop down that says personalize invitation, and then you can personalize it. Okay, and mention the special thing that I ask you to say. You'll find out what it is when you read my about section. How's that? Okay, well, it's been such a pleasure talking to you today, and I hope that I will hear from you. Connect with me, DM, or else register to find out more information by clicking on, where is it? I need to find it. I don't even know where it is. Here it is. All right, that banner. Okay, careersacademy.online/November-offer, and you can just put down a request to find out more information. That's it for now. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for listening to me waffle on. If we ever get to work together one-on-one, this is what it's like, because I work via Zoom, and if with your permission, I record our sessions so you can use them for replay, especially when I share my screen to help you with your LinkedIn profile or resumes or cover letters or all sorts of personal branding activities as well. Okay. All right. Take care. That's enough for now. And I'll say toodle pip. Thank you so much. Bye now.